Hello and welcome into the Sorare Data Auction Watch for the 2023-24 Erling Haaland Celebration Unique Card. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare, joined today by Black, PSU Fans 2, and Quinny to find out just how much this card will go for, which currently sits at $66,208. That's 23.3507 ETH. JR Duke, our top bidder right now. Andy, I was looking back at the first time we did an Erling Haaland unique card watch, and you uttered the phrase, "Are we going to a million?" And we did not get to a million. Andy, you think we get to a million today?
It's possible, yeah. It's very possible.
It is possible. Sean? No?
It is possible.
Yeah. Quinny, you think we're above or below $1 million today?
I'm going to go below. Call me pessimistic, but...
We finally found the one thing Quinny's pessimistic about on Sorare.
It's
the Erling Haaland celebration card going
we
to
found
$1 million.
The one thing that Quinny is negative about, and it's the Haaland celebration unique card.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. It's okay.
No.
It was bound to happen.
Slap a Celtic jersey on him, and we would have a different story here.
Perhaps.
Thank you to everybody for joining us live. Looks like Daniel Cooper was first in. Unfortunately, you do not win the card just because you were first in the chat. That would be second. That would be something. Excuse me. Carl was second and Kev Hurd on the podium as well. Thank you to everybody else. I'm not going to ask this to Sean because Sean's no fun with something like this. Quinny, do you think this card is worth any more money because it's one of these silly celebration cards?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem at all. It's a belter. It's for me, this season in general, like, as you guys know, I'm a bit more sentimental on some of the cards and maybe like why you might want to pay a bit more money for a different version of it. And, Man City this season are the treble holders. The first time they've done that in their history. Obviously, very few teams have done that in football, period. So it's a good kind of squad to get in on. And 3D celebration jersey. He's probably going to smash some records wearing that kit this year. And who knows what they do this year as well on top of that, really. So, yes.
Quinny, don't you want the card of the year that they won the treble, not the year that they were holding?
So that's personally what I'm going to do, right? But some people might want that kit because it's the treble. I don't know. And if they go and do something this year as the holders and then, do 4 Premier Leagues in a row or do something else that's maybe something or other. Because I seen like JR Duke is going after it, and we know he's not a Man City guy. He's more of a big time guy, so it's more like the Haaland career, the legacy kind of thing maybe is driving a wee bit of the interest.
Might be a little price protection going on there from JR Duke as well, right?
Fair.
He's got the other one, or one of the other ones.
That was a secondary market purchase, right?
Yeah.
So he has the original, obviously the Dortmund Haaland.
The Zima Blue model.
I feel like each year we're just going to get like another reason to like say it's the best one. Like, oh, you obviously want the Dortmund one. It's the first one. And then it's like, oh man, there's this first Man City one. And this one's like, no, it's a celebration card. Let's go. What can
I like that, but
what's that, Quinny?
I like that, but they've all got their own wee spot there, because maybe he's a bit fortunate when he got his first unique, but there's a lot of cards we look at and they've got like a brown unique, or maybe there's a kit that's not too nice, or there's a few things like that going on. So I think it's quite kind of cool. Haaland's get like 3 totally separate, totally different kind of vibe cards. First edition Premier League on the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
And the Bundesliga, that was a big deal when that came in and he was killing it there. So I like it, man. I think I'll go for probably more than the last auction. It's kind of my wee in terms of, I think it could punch up a bit. We'll see who joins in the party for this one, because I got excited. Every time we've done these, I'm sure.
Go to the bathroom.
I was going to say, every time we've done these, Pavel Trader has been in amongst it, and he's been in the bidding already.
He has been,
and I think Pavel is going to come to town on this one, maybe.
Not sure what's going on with Sean over there, but JVic said Sorare just releases for our next Haaland auction. We'll test a new system where managers can exchange $1 million for a ticket to enter a random draw to win a Haaland unique. Hey, PS.
Back.
What's happening, Sean?
Hey, Haber. Oh, he muted you so you couldn't.
He
even-
muted me, dude. Dad's in the bathroom real quick. So it's like bring your kid to work day. So what's up, guys?
Haber,
Love
do
it.
you think this goes for more than $1 million?
The Haaland?
Yeah.
$1 million? Who said that?
We've all taken the under, but we're just looking. Just looking.
$1 million? No.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do you think it goes for more than this 180,000? I don't know how much that is in ETH, but
No. My guess is like 150 max. But what did Jude go for? I don't think it goes for much more than Jude, if that at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
I
That
see
is a
no
good-
visual difference. Screw you, Daniel. Shut up, dude.
let's see. What did Jude go for? Jude was 88.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm saying like
Fair.
honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
Haaland might not break 100k.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we set the over under at 100K, we should all pick. I'm gonna be the optimist and say over.
I say under.
Under?
Yeah.
Under
React-
Bellingham.
No.
Yeah. Not under Bellingham.
Over
100.
under 100K.
Well, yeah, that would be over Bellingham anyway.
Right.
Well, hang on. If I just quickly type in Sean's password, we can get it over 100k, guys. Which of these cards? Which one? Oh, the platinum card. We'll use that one. All right,
It's
now
probably
you-
on autofill. You're probably fine, mate. It's on
Mhm.
autofill. Just charge on.
Yeah.
Let the delinquents on
Woof.
to screw up the muting. You know, happens.
Sean, do you think this card goes for more than $100,000?
Do I think it goes for more than 100k? What did Jude go for?
88.
88k?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think it probably goes for more, but it probably shouldn't. But it probably will.
What?
I don't
What's
think
the
it-
reason that it would? Like, why is what makes Haaland like a card that ends up more than Jude?
I mean, if Jude should be worth more from a like utility perspective, but I
But you
think
just said it probably goes for more. So like, what's pushing it to go for higher than Jude? Just
look at that cool celebration Quinny was talking.
now we're talking.
No, I just think that people like view Haaland as like the GOAT, whereas they don't really view. Although it's kind of getting there with Jude. Like people are definitely giving Jude way more credit than they had previously.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Real Madrid spotlight certainly helps now.
Yeah, like when he was at Dortmund, like obviously everyone knew he was good, but no one was like talking him up that much.
He wasn't this good.
No,
At
he wasn't this good.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got 20 minutes left to speculate on where this goes. We did see Pavel bid earlier. Looks like we've got this Cherney T11 battling JR Duke for about the last day. Bellamont came in at 20 ETH and then stepped out. I think Pavel was around 25K, wasn't he?
I believe in you, big man.
Penny.
You can do it. You can do it, big man. Go for it.
Did he bid on the first one? Like, was he one of the late bidders or no? I don't remember like when Mark came in.
Second one. It was the second one.
Was it?
It was the second one. Okay. I guess I could literally look that up.
I just remember afterwards the tweet was, "I can't believe this went for more than a Porsche" or something like that.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Oh, so yeah, he was. It was.
He
the
about
two of
had
them.
it.
God, Pavel, you'll get this one, son. I believe in you.
Does Bambi have a Haaland?
This is Bambi's.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, yeah. Pavel shows up sometimes. He just like shows
Yeah.
up.
Like, I think if you look at the bigger accounts or the ones that have tried to get cards of this stature, like it's Roxy, Pranksy, and like
Oh, Pranksy, by the way. Yeah.
yeah, Pavel maybe, but like JR Duke has one, and Bambi has one. So
What was the big unique that Pranksy went for and didn't get? Was it Jude?
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
It was like just before they lost the license.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he went up to like 100, and
He
Didn't
seems
keep
to
going.
really like prefer the EPL cards anyways, so I don't know. Can definitely see Pranksy involved in this one.
Yeah, Pranksy went to 100, and then
Okay.
Roxy and Bambi fought out for the rest. I think Pranksy made some comment in the Discord afterwards that he was just like he wasn't tracking the auction, and he was just like, I thought 100 would be enough, and everyone was like, oh. Well.
Max bid wasn't too long out maybe at that point.
Or 100 was his max. I think, in fact, it probably was, because if you see just the way it steps up, it's not that much.
Yeah, it had to be yeah, you're right, Laird.
I like Mike Baston's comment. Bring back Karupu. He was like involved in every auction, and then he like went broke, I guess, at some point because he hasn't bid on anything in years.
Didn't he like go broke on Beeple or something?
I was gonna say he bought the Beeple.
Yeah, he spent like no joke. It was like wasn't it like $200 million or something? It was like something so absurd.
I mean, it was absolutely absurd like that. I thought it was like 65 million, but you're right.
It made worldwide news, wherever it was.
It was worldwide news, yeah.
The Sorare economy needed that money. We needed that, and he spent it on a Beeple. On a Beeple art. Come on.
It's
To be fair, Carapu's been playing still. He plays every day.
I mean, that gallery just prints. So like it would be absurd not to keep playing.
It doesn't really print, but that's probably for other reasons.
There's low effort that goes into it, and still can every so often pick up a good one. Alex Wilson just point out this is good for the winter special. You spend $100 on this, you might win $1,200 in 1 week. Got to keep that L15 lower though. That's the problem.
It's kind of like cashback, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are these? So these will be special edition cards, right? So like it'll have at least a 1% bonus because of the collection bonus. So how much is that worth in a unique card? Close to nothing though, right?
You say that, but see if someone's going to get up to 3%, then it's a difference. Especially, I don't know. I don't play those nosebleeding heights, but I can only imagine if you've got something that very few other people have. That's something that helps,
It in the end, it doesn't matter that much because you're already getting like a 40% bonus on the card. So another 1% or 2%, just it's not that big of a deal.
No, but see, if you think about it in like its native division where the scarcity bonus doesn't mean anything, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just like the XP of it.
Right.
It's just like 10% on XP, and then can you get a wee cheeky topper upper, a wee 2, wee 3, wee 4%, just to get you a wee arm's length away. That's all you want. Just a wee 3 points away from second. Just keep them away from me a wee bit further, please. That'll do.
Are the unique division standings usually that tight? Yeah, I have no idea. Sean.
Sometimes it sometimes happens, but no, a lot of the time, like, because there's not as much overlap, stuff becomes a lot. But like I've had unique situations where like gap from first to fourth was like 3 points. So, and if it does happen, like obviously it's at a massive level too, because those are the biggest cards you could win.
Quinny, I'm going to start with you. If you could have one of the 3 Haaland uniques, which one would you take?
I'm taking last season's.
This one?
First edition Champions League winner. Yeah.
That's the last place vote for me.
Andy, I'm the same way. It's the last one I'm taking.
Love that. Brilliant. That's why I get cards that I like cheap. Love that.
Andy, which one are you taking?
Give me the 3D one. Celebration edition. Yeah, all day.
Wow.
I'm taking the Dortmund one.
Me too. A Dortmund for me, for sure.
Look at that, Laird. We're both having fun.
That's so funny that we all picked different ones.
Love it.
Quinny's
I will
really
say that the limited Dortmund one is like, I like the yellow on yellow. But I don't know. There's something about this. It's just like he just pops out of that card. Let's see. 13 minutes, 50 seconds left. No bids since we last checked. 28.3507.
I think Carl's got a great question in the live chat.
When is PSU going to do what the people want and buy a card during a watch along?
Never, unless we start doing watch alongs for like super rares. You could have watch along for like a Jude super rare. I would have won that. These
I was going
are
to say,
just-
or dog shit uniques.
yeah, or like throw, if we do like the last unique I bought was Ross Laidlaw. If we do a Ross Laidlaw unique the best part about it, so I was sitting there, I was talking to Andy Black about it yesterday. I'm like, I buy this motherfucker because he's got an L15 of 40, and then he's now got like 4 straight clean sheets. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I want those 40s, baby.
Like, calm down. I don't need this many clean sheets.
Yeah, like I like give me one every here and that again. I don't need 3 in a row. Like, imagine what you're doing to yourself, man.
Look what cat modes have done to us.
I know.
It's true. I literally bought him for cat mode for the winter. And now this dude's trying to get himself into the Cap 270. I don't have a Cap 270 lineup when American Age aren't going.
It's a nice unique, that, isn't it? I was looking at it earlier, and I thought, yeah, I really like these celebration cards. They're proper good. And I know these are like kind of like the NBA ones, like it's done at a photo shoot pre-season. It takes a wee bit away from it, but they still, I like these ones, you know, because it's, I don't know, maybe the graphics or something, they feel better.
The NBA ones were just like different poses. They weren't like, it was just like he's looking this way instead of looking this way. These are actually celebrations, and they look cool.
I think the big difference for me is just how they marketed them. That they're like, hey, these are celebration cards. Here's how some people celebrate. And the other ones were literally called action card. And like, there was nothing action about what they were doing. This was just posed. And then I think they changed them to posed action. And it's like, it's not even that. They're literally just changing the way they look.
One of them Laird would have loved because the guy, I don't remember who it was, but he was holding a ball in it. So like, that's a big thing for Laird. He loves when guys are holding balls in their Sorare cards.
I am intrigued now.
Laird, did you see, this will only be relevant to Laird, but did you see Ryan Archidiacono tweeted out last night that someone recognized him and wanted a picture when he was standing next to Jalen Brunson, and the person didn't recognize Brunson?
That's funny.
Yeah, and he's like, this is a first where someone doesn't recognize Brunson and recognizes me.
I did not see that.
GG's to that guy.
Yeah, really.
Laird would have recognized both.
Both, yeah.
Along with the entire... Yeah, how about this? Laird's favorite college basketball team, literally every single one of their players is on the Knicks, who's...
On my favorite NBA team. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Laird just runs just perfect life over there.
Let's see. Service said, what unique card year and design was the best overall? If you say the brown year, I can give you... The brown ones are the worst.
Yeah, agreed. Brown big heads are overall just bad.
Oops.
It's between the last 3 seasons, I think, isn't it?
Probably.
I assume Hans has one from every year, right?
It's so hard to get past those 3D ones now. Like,
so it's funny you say that, because I was talking to Gator Guy about this. How like when these new cards came out and we were all like, they're not that nice. And then I think it was Nellis at least talked about, I don't know if he actually shared the tweet, but like put all of them together. And he's like, obviously the latest one is the nicest one. And then you kind of looked at that and you're like, yeah, it might be. And you look at these, I think the only one that is close to the current year one for me is literally the first one. And I don't know if it's just because it's the first one. Like, I know it's the first one. But these two are my favorite.
I prefer, those are my 2 favorite too, honestly. But it has nothing to do with it being the 3D one. It's just like, I do like the background. I like to have the uniques come out on that version.
What do you mean?
Like, I like the coloration with the behind the picture. Like, I like that. The rest of it's like whatever, but like I don't really care about like the 3D aspect of it. I just like the coloration behind it. I also like the original one, but I don't understand, like, why did it ever go to brown? They just don't understand why it ever went to brown. And then like even like this year, like, why is it purple?
My favorite was when they went purple, which are the same as the NBA ones.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, you can't change from black. And I'm like, we've had brown.
Yeah.
Literally brown. Like, do you think they tried this and they were like, maybe it's like a dark gold, and then it came out and they were like, just ship it?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. It's like a mustardy. It's like Dijon mustard brown. I don't know.
I think your mustard's
Gold.
gone bad if your Dijon mustard looks like that. Let's see. We got 8:25 left. No more bids. For content purposes, we obviously need more bids. So if anybody here is, but AJ, usually watch these things. Go throw a bid in at least for the help.
Yeah.
Hey, on the card on the far right, the Vanaken on the far right, do you guys see like the X? Like, what's the X?
Yeah, that's part of the design. They all have them. Like the you notice it in the rares a lot. Is that 2019 or 2020? No, 2019. Like it's pretty. Well, I guess it's not quite as pronounced. Like you see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Never noticed that before. I just thought it was a light, fair enough. I'm a big fan of the honeycomb ones, and I do like the kind of oil stain ones as well. I say like the last 3 years, the old ones are kind of cool in that. But if I'm buying one for myself, like they're the kind of years I'm looking at for somebody. Like, how cool is their kit?
Like, I guess for me, I just want it to be different. So as long as it's like different than like the previous year, I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I just don't really care that much, I guess, about the designs. It's more so just like, is it like got something different? Like, I have plenty of the brown ones, and that's fine. But like, yeah, I mean, in terms of like actual looks, the brown one's definitely the worst to me.
That was a swing and miss year. Skazma said the 21-22 cards are the best design. That's the honeycomb one. I always like those for sure. Yeah. It's either those or now the new 3D ones. If the honeycomb ones could do this, then I think it would easily make it number one for me. Just saying.
Who would have thought we would get Sean on a show and talk about card designs?
I've missed the last two strategy shows.
You've been demoted to Sorare design now.
Yeah, I'm now on the design team for the
art expression. Just contemporary thoughts, Sean. That's all we're after now.
By the man of paintbrush.
1 week, Black. We're gonna have to like rotate, and like it's gonna be Sorare Andrews with me, and you're gonna do the strategy show, and you just have to be super serious with strategy talk, and I'm gonna go on to the Sorare Andrews show, and we're gonna talk about like Sven Coombs and like shit like that.
I think the problem is I couldn't do what you do, Sean, and you couldn't do what I do.
No, true. True. I mean, I don't know. I can talk about some Coombs.
Design and optics as perseverance. That's it. Do you think we get an Emmy Martinez Qatar celebration card?
I mean, I would buy it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
The most shocking.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him doing that in the photo shoot either.
Right.
I think he would try, but the league would be like, all right, nah.
I think, aren't we done with the Premier League ones though, actually?
Yeah, we're on to La Liga.
We're already on to La Liga. So I do like the Pedri one. If they need a Pedri unique celebration.
Need to get Jude Bellingham back into the photo lab as well.
So, Quinny, I asked this to a few other people, and they gave me kind of a smart-ass response. But how do you do that card, given that like his arms will be out of the card?
Shrink his arms.
Just zoom him back a bit. Just a little bit. You don't need to see his hands. You just need to get it looking okay. But you just let him do it, and you just do it until it looks, just move it in and out a wee bit, and then you're like, yeah, that'll do.
I mean, we have some of those, like, they were the early season, like literally 2018s, I think, where like the player is very far back. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I guess we've done it before, but I agree. You could probably just not have his hands.
Yeah, by the way, so random comment about Sorare just body bag Black, and then the Good Place asked Black how hard is it to spend more money. Andy Black spends more money. He has that down, but Haber's literally sitting here and he bitches about me telling him to spend more money all the time, which I never do. I'm literally sitting here on the couch like trying to take a nap, and he's just like, well, I got to buy this rare for this collection, this limited for this. I think I'm going to buy this for Rivals, and I'm like, I'm like, and you complain about me telling someone to spend more money. You're literally telling yourself to spend more money than 6 different spots in the last 20 minutes.
Best thing you can do, Sean, is give him an iPad.
I'm not slander. I'm not taking this slander. I'm not having this. It's not. He will send me like a Carlos.
Did you hear what he said?
I did hear it. Yeah. Next time I get a link from Quinny asking to go and join them when I watch along, I'm not joining.
I didn't know. Literally, so Saturday I'm sitting here and I just get a link from Quinny. I'm like, what? It doesn't even like preface it with anything. There's just a link from Quinny. I'm like, are you sending like me a Pornhub link or something? He's like, no, I was watching the Frimpong game. I was gonna have you come on. No, I just threw on the PSV game so that Haber could be entertained. Threw on the PSV game. He's like winding up the dogs the entire time.
The opposite does wind me up.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay,
Your reaction pushed me over the edge there.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Because every one of these old as shit. All right.
Okay. Come on. Let's.
Oh man.
3-minute warning.
Thank you, Quinny. 2.5 minutes, in fact. J.R. Duke still at the top. Are we done?
Sean, are you gonna tell him to go to his room or what?
I told you I had to put on. So the baby was out here earlier, and we have a show we put on for the baby, so he's entertained. I had to do the same thing for Haber. It was just a soccer game.
Gotcha.
Just try Bluey. Works for every time. If we were not near 66,000 right now and it ended at 66,000, would we think that was fine?
No.
Not great.
Yeah.
It's a bargain for J.R. Duke. Oof, we're in the red.
The issue is that we have the whole like ETH going to the moon right now problem, which does have an impact on things. I think.
Isn't it just the opposite? I would assume that a lot of these guys are sitting on a ton of ETH.
Well, that's possible.
But we did get it. All right, hold on. Roxy just came in, 29.4848 auto bid. J.R. Duke above it. We're at 69,188. Spot 3-2. 29.485 ETH.
Roxy just trying to see, just where is it at? Is that just a wee snipe at the last minute, a wee eBay purchase from him? Mm-hmm. Try to get that Christmas gift in right before the end.
I was going to say, if you're ever going to buy yourself a Christmas gift, it may as well be this one. I wonder what J.R. Duke's max bid is. Do you think it's like 50? Seems high.
I always like to see when because we have no idea what J.R. Duke's bid is right now. We just know does J.R. Duke have 100 ETH max bid on? Does he have 1 million? Maybe he has 1 million max bid, and we just don't know. I always like it when it gets past where the max bid level was set at, so that you're like, okay, I know exactly. Is he going to come back? It adds suspense to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. It's been found.
There you go.
See?
So we're let's see. Roxy's at 30.6645 ETH. That's 71,611, which is now higher than J.R. Duke's max bid, which was weirdly at 30.11.
Pavel, you're going to regret this. Do it. Do it, Pavel. Do it.
It seems low enough that I feel like Mark should be here.
Now Roxy's max bid is set. What's Roxy's max bid?
Yep. J.R. Duke just dropped to 33. Whoa. Sorry. We are at 80 grand now. Roxy max bid over J.R. Duke's 34.4939. So we're
That's price protection right there.
4941. Maybe. Do you need 2 Haaland uniques?
No, I don't think so.
Could you use 2 Haaland uniques though?
Probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
Until he's out of U23, probably.
Right.
I think it's Apex PSU strategy, because then you've got for depth in different divisions and stuff.
Roxy now above 35 ETH. 37.3093, 87,000. So next bid gets us over Jude.
What was the Jude ETH number?
49.
49. Yeah, it's pretty wild that it's such a difference in ETH already.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. 35 seconds left.
This has been feisty. J.R. Duke, I think, might actually want it. I thought the first couple of bids there was just like, I'll get it back to keep a good floor on it or something, But But going again there, he's
mean-
definitely after it.
U23 and Champ Europe. Why not?
This feels like a Pranksy range as well. Like, you know.
Very surprised we
I
haven't
can-
seen other people in here at all.
Yeah.
I think J.R. Duke definitely didn't want to.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2. Pavel.
Like, we saw a lot of
Pavel.
people not show up for this.
Yeah.
Done.
Interesting.
Roxy Sea Dog, GG's to you.
Roxy at 37.3097, 87,227, spot 27. Lower than Jude, but still a lot of money. The under 100, the under $1 million hit. The under 100,000 also hit.
So disappointed
In what, like, why?
because I wanted 100K.
Hey guys, I'm back. TV stopped working.
What?
I just said so. I was close with my guess. I said 91K. You know.
GG's.
I get the iPad now.
Yeah, 91 would be good. Yeah, everybody just said it just feels low. Daniel said that just paid somebody's salary, so that's good. Although who knows how much of that goes back to Man City or the Premier League.
I think the worry we've had every time doing these watch-alongs is that's what happens. No one actually comes to the party in the last minute and throws a few bids around. But normally when we do these, there is a bit of life to it and it kicks on. But this is probably the most anticlimactical one I think we've done in that sense, where it was just a wee bit of there at the end, a wee bit of Duke and Roxy.
Yeah, none of them
that
have
was it.
had like this low amount of action, right?
I can't really remember, to be honest.
We had like one bid here after like 2 p.m.
We watched some pretty boring ones. We did Florian Wirtz one. I think was not that crazy
Wirtz was
exciting.
brutal.
There were a couple others that were just like, eh.
Oops. There we go. Here are the top ones from the last year. Wirtz
Messi was
right
a bit boring, I think, wasn't it? I think Messi was a bit dry. It was kind of done and dusted quite quickly.
Probably,
Somebody max bidded
yeah.
it.
I think the max bid has ruined it. Like here, actually that had a couple at the end
Fair.
and like enough people going for it. Although I do remember thinking that it felt a little low price wise. Do you guys think next year's goes higher?
It's a good question.
That's a
It's
good
like,
question.
will the market recover and be in a better state next year? I don't know.
I do think Sean's point is probably quite valid. Like, see if like anyone who is like quite ETH rich, and all the chat on my timeline from any of that space of the internet is all get ready for the bull run and and all that stuff again. So if you are sitting on a cashy, like throwing away 50, 100 ETH on Haaland right now, it's probably not a good financial decision when you're maybe expecting ETH to double or treble in a very short period of time, depending on whatever tea you're drinking or whatever, So that probably does have a bigger impact than we've seen the auction finish.
Kind of dueling opinions here. Daniel Cooper said 87K is pretty high for a game that died last month. YNWA, who did not bid, says we should discuss why nobody else was prepared to step up.
Yeah,
Mark, why?
Mark, we all said it was disappointing number, right? Like none of us are like excited up here that this card just sold for 87K. I don't feel like any of us are excited about that.
I will make a counterpoint though. We have a card that is a significantly by far worse card than Jude, selling for as much as what Jude sold for. So like, should that discussion have been like when Jude went for 88? Why is it that low? More so than this one when it's like Jude's I don't think you can make an argument that Haaland's a better card than Jude.
Yeah.
From a utility standpoint.
Just from a general overall standpoint.
You mean from a gameplay?
Yeah, I don't think
perspective,
there's any way that, like, from a collector standpoint.
Jude's English.
Less than Jude.
Jude's English.
Sports card collectors want forwards and people that score goals, like just pure goal scorers.
Jude scores goals. We're talking about.
No,
He scores like
Jude
billion
scores
goals.
goals. He's not a goal scorer.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Sean's right, but see, being English, like Jude could Beckham his life up, like no problem at all. Like the way he's going, the age he's at. So I don't know, but the collector's angle, I do think Haaland is obviously destined to break all sorts of records in that, but I don't know. Jude's definitely got that potential to be a star, like that supersedes just the sport. Again, he could be somebody, for the next 10 years in that way.
The path to Haaland being that, like being the top collector card, is much easier than Jude's.
Well, sure, but you're over here telling me this guy doesn't score goals. He's got 20 on the year.
I didn't say that. I said he's not a goal scorer.
Oh, my bad.
I think it's different.
My bad. Is Jude like going to win the Golden Boot in the La Liga?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. YNWA said ETH movement's irrelevant. Whales have had their wallets hedged and are not spending because of the expected trend bull run, which is not guaranteed.
Fair.
Isn't that what we just said?
No, I was kind of like, maybe that is something. I don't know, but fair.
Excuse me. I read that wrong. Aren't not spending. Okay. Because of the expected bull run.
Just so we're clear, Laird, there's one player in La Liga that has over 10 goals, and it's Jude.
Yeah, I mean, it's December 7th, Sean.
So it's like 45% of the way through the year. He's played less games than anyone else there. Doesn't score goals. Gotcha. Sorry, not a goal scorer.
There you go.
Bad.
Yep. I mean,
he's not a goal scorer because he does everything, right?
The most popular league in the world in goals. Like, that's who we're comparing him to.
I was quite surprised by how much you were saying, Sean, like in an SO5 terms, that like Bellingham, I don't know he scores more than Haaland, right? But I would have imagined at that level, having someone as consistent as Haaland is way rarer in the forward position, because forwards are a nightmare in any scarcity as it is, so that was just something I thought I would throw at you. I was just a bit surprised to hear that. Don't argue with it, but
yeah, Laird has sold me on the Jude being the GOAT on the platform at this point, non-guild division, obviously. But Laird did a very good job at forcing me to spend more money. I will give him credit.
It was for the good of the platform.
He made me spend a lot. Like that, Jude was the most expensive card I've ever bought, and Laird made it happen.
You could have beaten that today, Sean.
I could have beaten it today. Unfortunately, you did not get a good enough example of why I should beat it today.
I don't think.
You didn't tell me.
How many Jude uniques do we have? Just one?
3. I think there's 3.
The Yowza has an interesting comment here. He said, if I had 80K, I would have put in a bid. I posed that question to all of you guys. If you had 80K, would you have put in a bid?
I've had 80K on Sorare.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Haaland?
I think I'm a no too. I would have just bought some dog shit Santos Laguna.
You would have bought like every Fred Emmings card on the platform.
What was Scosmo?
I think for 80 grand you could probably like sign Fred Emmings to like your 5-a-side team probably.
He is a free.
Take him in on loan for the year.
That's actually a good thought. It's an over 30 men's league though, so I don't know if they're gonna. We'll have to like get a disguise for him or something. Put a beard on him.
Like
it's like the Messi situation. You just change the rules to suit the star player coming in.
I'd rather spend 80K on Jude than 80K on Haaland.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, 80K doesn't get you either of them, so
True.
Sorry.
Valid point.
Hi, GG's Roxy. Oof. Not much of a top line there, is it? Works.
They're all rewards.
Oh, are they? Fair enough.
So he's got.
This isn't the roster value page, is it? This is a different page. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's got some options. Not that many, but he's got some options.
Musiala, Vinny Jr., Arda Güler, Trubin. I mean, he could put out a decent lineup.
Yeah, he can put out. He's not like littered with options like some people, but he definitely has options, and he's got some good players.
He's got 2 workers.
I didn't realize he had.
We're getting told to check for how many Haalands he owns. Apparently, he's a fiend.
That is quite a few.
I mean, look at the price of these rares.
Whoa.
Yeah. Is he underneath now?
Yes. Actually, I don't know. He has one super rare and he won it. I love that. It's probably just about an ETH, whatever $2,200 is.
Yeah, it's about
That would be under.
Underneath, right?
Scasma, don't tell me that. That's brutal. No areola tonight.
Oh, brutal.
Surface
I
is
like
dropping some XG on us with Jude. 11 goals on 6.2 XG. I'm not an XG truther, so I'm fine saying he'll keep scoring.
No, I think you made a good point on you've made a good point on Jude before, where like he just seems to be like that guy that just shows up in the spots that gets goals repeatedly, which is a value. It like reminds me of like Ilkay Gundogan when he was at City, where like you just be watching the game and Gundogan just like plows into a spot where the ball goes, and then he scores.
Yeah, it's the classic, like, why is he there? And you're like, oh, he's there because that's just the right spot to be there. Do we have any other unique celebrations?
I hope we get Griezmann so much, man. Have you seen the Griezmann celebration card? It's the best celebration card they've made for me.
I don't know. That Pedri one is pretty
Is
great.
he doing his like finger stuff? Yeah.
Giving it Yaldi. And you know he's getting a Sorare card. You know he knows that.
I don't think he's played in over a year.
Oh, has he
That's a
not?
big,
He's still got his
big
cards, but
secret. Yeah, that's a nice card.
Are they giving out celebration cards as rewards, or are they only selling them?
I don't think so.
Supposedly they are.
Gotcha.
Well,
I'm guessing we find out tomorrow.
not supposedly they are, right? He just said that, like, Paul said that, like, people are making assumptions that they're not.
Right. They're not
Right.
just auctioning all of them.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something
Hate
like that.
stuff.
Yeah,
I suppose you wouldn't say that, though, if you weren't going to not do it.
seems like something you would just stay quiet on if you were not going to do that, but
Agreed.
let's see who else we got. Oh, I didn't see this Trippier one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Someone posted a nice picture on Twitter today of the Trippier one on their desk. It looks good.
Ooh. So they already got one?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we need more variety. The whole double fists up, people need to.
I mean, you got variety right here. You got Zhao sucking his thumb.
That one for sure. Yeah, Polina's. Yeah, there's the Pedri.
Taki Kubo giving the wee K with his fingers.
Is that a gang sign?
I think it's meant to be Kubo. I think it's meant to be Kubo, you know, like whatever he's doing. I don't know. That's what I thought it was, K for Kubo. Unless, why'd you call yourself Taki? That's what, you know, but
Right.
that's what I thought that was.
I do like the Darwin one.
Goodness.
Darwin's is good.
Hamer's
really
injecting like something into his arm.
Who is?
Gustavo Hamer.
Oh, Rashford.
I thought he said Haber was injecting something
too.
into his arm, and I was like, okay.
Gustavo
do-
Hamer.
Can't leave him unattended.
True. The one dog came into the office because he's
Not
probably
doing it again.
at the moment.
Does anyone else feel that the Saka one is just like the least? Like, I don't believe that he's excited here.
Well, it's a guy that scores a lot of goals. You know, he's been there before. You know, he's celebrating, but you know, like he's done it so many times.
He's done so many times. Whereas Pedro Neto here looks like he just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they're great.
Oh, there's Hamer there.
Yeah, there. See, look,
Is he pointing to
probably the eye.
the eye as opposed to the deck of
Ooh.
the royal flush there?
That is really strange.
Try to tell us
It's like,
something.
have you guys seen the movie National Treasure? I think it has something to do with that. It's like a big old conspiracy, and you know, that's the I don't know.
Darwin Nunez is shushing people for making fun of all his terrible misses.
I do like that one though.
Son's one's good. The whole camera.
I agree.
Son's
with
one's good.
Oh yeah, there he is. They're great. They really are.
Someone said look up Matomas.
Did we
just see it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I mean,
That's a fake face, isn't it?
He looks so uncomfortable.
He does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make that face twice a day.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, we did get a unique. I didn't realize that. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I think the tweet.
That one's also very unexcited.
Yeah. Just happy to be
Duke.
here. That's it. Yeah, Duke's already in on it.
You know, the OG of these cards is what's his face in Jupiler? Kenny. It was Kenny something.
Step.
Can't step.
Kenny Step. You know, he had his gloves out.
Mhm.
Yeah. For all you
There he is.
collectors out there, that's the card you want right there.
Can we get that as a
Kenny
collection
Step.
on it?
Yeah, that should be special, right?
Look at Pavel holding all 5 that are on the market.
Yeah, he's holding them. That's right.
Big guy.
Yeah. I agree with this with Surface. The Hans van der Bruggen unintentional celebration card's better than any of these current celebration cards. I'll happily pull that one up. There he is. Let's just do it.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my least favorite cards on the platform. I'm just not a
You
fan.
would say that.
Never liked it.
Why?
It's just overrated. Like,
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's
You just-
something-
you actually don't have a problem with the card. You have the problem with other people's response to the card.
yeah, you like it way too much, Laird. You're getting way too much enjoyment from this yellow guy that doesn't even play.
So, first off, you're right. Second off, he does
Thank you.
play sometimes. But also, shout out to Gator Guy for gifting me this card because it's the age, jersey, and jerseyman and age mint. Yeah. But anyway, did you think we were going to get back? We would get all the way to a Hans van der Bruggen limited card during the Erling Haaland unique card watch?
Unforeseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those. What is it? The five connections with Kevin Bacon. What do they call it? The 5? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
5 steps.
5 degrees. 5 degrees.
5 degrees of separation.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. YNWA says the Yoon Ju Tae is the OG celebration. I wonder what that is.
I don't know if I know this one.
Yoon
Ooh.
Ju Tae, who plays for Anson Greeners
Oh.
right now. Oh, yeah, not bad.
Little serious.
Who's Anson
highlight.
Greeners?
You tell me, Quinny.
Oh, no chance. I'm going to say Australia or New Zealand, but there has to be like not top flight if it is. Oh wow, no, it's K2.
Oh, it's K2.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. That was a good one. Oh, YNWA is the one of.
Of course.
So I don't remember. I might have been here. I don't know. But when this card came out, do you think there were people that were like, "Oh, we need to get that card"? I
You
guess
never
not.
walk alone. He bought the one of.
$25. I guess not. Oh well. You guys got anything else on Haaland?
Nada.
Same. What's left?
I wish it went for more. I don't know.
Yeah. Cosign. What is the next one that could be up here? Saka?
None.
None. None until people start spending more on them again. If that happens.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, I guess the answer is well.
I need to leave, guys. Hate to be rude. I do need to bounce
Oh,
now. but-
Quinny, so rude.
See you,
Sorry,
Quinn.
guys.
Thanks for coming,
I'll
Quinny.
catch up. I'll be listening to this afterwards, so I'll hear what you say about me, Sean and Haver. Don't worry about that.
Thanks, Quinny.
Oh.
What? I'm trying to, like, do we have a 23? I mean, Verts isn't going to be up there.
Maybe when they relicense PSG,
Yeah, like
Mbappe
another
could.
Mbappe.
Yeah, that would get back on there, I think.
Sean, what does a new Mbappe go for now?
Probably more, but not like tons more. Probably like 100K.
Trying to think of, so yeah, Jude was like the highest one recently. Like all of the ones above him were like January, or what is that? February, March, April.
Yeah.
And so yeah, nothing recent. Let's see. Messi was August. Verts was last month at 41. Who was in on that? All right. Yeah, as I said, 80K on Mbappe if I had that. Yeah.
They probably goes
Griezmann?
for more.
Griezmann doesn't go that high.
Griezmann doesn't go that high.
Yeah, I think it's just Mbappe. I don't think anyone else reasonably. Like the Kane one just happened, right? Yeah. Not just, but yeah, what does Saka go for?
Less. I
But
don't know.
like significantly?
I mean, it only went for 48K in February.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't, was that like I can't keep track of like when we were at like the total like low point. Like, I mean, that was actually probably the total low point because like Harry Kane went for 40K.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
No, Kane went lower, 31. The 40 was the
Jeez.
earlier one. 40 was in
Oh.
February.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying so that meant February was so it went for worse. So like, yeah, I don't know. Saka Bragas were like 30 to 40K.
How much are you paying for a Doku unique?
Not that much. I just wouldn't buy it. It's not really a card that fits my gallery at all.
How much should a Doku unique go for?
20, 30K.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit more. You could say like 30 to 40 if you wanted, I guess.
Maybe. All right. We're just guessing now. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Congratulations to Roxy on your brand new Erling Haaland Celebration Unique. Coming in at an easy $87,227. I'm sure we'll see that in plenty of lineups. Fun card. Go spin it. Enjoy it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we'll see you around.